Happy birthday to you.
Hi, I'm Dea.
Hi, I'm Reece.
And we are
Literally dead. You started before I was ready, bitch.
I'm so sorry. Happy October again.
Yeah, this is part 2 of our 3-part series, The Creep Tapes.
We will be covering episodes 3 and 4. So if you have not seen part 1, please go and watch them. They are on our channel, on our Spotify, on all of it.
Yeah, on our Apple Podcasts, on these.
They're on everything.
Yeah. Why would it be so weird? Let's just jump straight into it.
We are doing a Creep marathon for Halloween. We will be doing both Creep movies and the entire of season 1. We're a good way into it now, I reckon.
Yeah. Start The Creep Tapes.
The Creep Tapes.
Episode 3.
Episode 3.
Entitled Jeremy.
I did not write the names of these MCs down. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I did.
That's good. I'm glad one of us did.
Usually you're the one with the names.
I just didn't care to know their names.
She doesn't care about male victims.
I think there should be more male victims. No, I'm sorry.
Anyway, this was quite an interesting one.
Yeah.
Because we start off with the victim monologue. And he says, he's clearly speaking to a YouTube channel. He says, last time, guys, you joined me as we exposed the toxic wasteland of Big Pharma. Instantly, we realize he's a conspiracy theorist.
He's a conspiracy theorist YouTuber, and he says that he's tricked a priest into talking to him, saying that he's making a short film about faith and religion.
But really, he's going to expose the church.
Exposing the church. Which is funny, because usually, like, those QAnon, like, Big Pharma dudes, they like the church.
Yeah, they love, like, religion.
Which is weird, but, I mean, it's fun. He's walking up this, like, snowy path, and then when he gets to the top, he sees the creep who's dressed as a priest.
Because it's quite ridiculous, because he's looking at the decor, which is, like, little elves and, like, Santa Claus. He's like, you know this guy is sick.
Forgive me for putting a Nissaman out, damn.
Episode 3, if you watch part 1, you'll know that he was very gimmicky. He was a vampire/actor and a parachuter. Now he's a priest. Adding to the gimmicks.
I like it.
So much more gimmicky than he was in the first film.
I will say, I think he's a bit more, like, hammy in this one.
Yeah.
I don't think his naturalist acting isn't really on show as much as it is in the other ones in this one, but I liked how over the top he is. The first time you see the creep in this one, he's standing at the top of these stairs and he's in a priest robe and he's talking in, like, I think he's reciting Bible verses.
Yeah.
Or he sounds like he's talking, like, in an old-timey way.
He's speaking Bible verses.
Yeah. And you're thinking, okay, this is going to be, like, fun. This is going to be a fun horror one. And it is, I think.
Yeah. They have a short introduction. He says he excuses himself. The priest goes off. We then hear, like, what sounds like sex sounds.
Yeah, he's, like, moaning.
Yeah, and then the conspiracy theorist is like, what's that? So he goes and films the door, and you hear, like, it sounds like sex, okay? It sounds like sex. And he's like, I bet he's whacking off in there. And he opens the door.
And he's on an exercise bike.
Or like a Stairmaster, couldn't quite tell. But he's groaning, and he says he's, like, exercising his demons.
I still think he's grinding on that seat, or... You know what I mean?
You think he was actually whacking off?
I think he was using the exercise equipment to get off. That's what I thought.
Is that what you do?
No, because I don't exercise.
Yeah.
I'd also never want to conflate exercise, which is something I dislike, with something I do like, which is wanking.
Which is getting off. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he shuts the door. It's very awkward.
Pardon me. Sorry.
But like I said, he explains it as exercising his demons, which is quite funny. It's punny. It's punny.
Definitely.
Not him exercising his demons.
You have to get out. I need my private time to exercise my demons.
Mm-hmm.
He's exercising his demons.
Yeah, mind you, when he leaves.
Use that Stairmaster. They say, sorry.
You said Stairmaster.
He's exercising the demons, not exorcising.
Exercise is demonic. Let me tell you, exercise is demonic. Don't at me. I have a paused gym subscription. They wouldn't let me go. They wouldn't let me cancel, so I had to pause instead. They wouldn't let me cancel. Mind you, I'm not paying a pause, don't worry. I got a free pause, but they wouldn't let me leave. It's only a 3-month pause, and then they want me back.
Can you not cancel it after that?
No, they won't let me.
The thing is, I hate exercise, but I love muscles. So I might have to go just so that I can...
Meet someone with muscles.
Listen, I'll be happy with just looking.
Your mouth was a little wet there. You okay? Look. Sorry. Look. You was thinking about it.
I don't... Look, they're cool, okay?
They're cool.
Gym people are really cool, but I'm aware of how much different in terms of coolness I am to them.
You know, it got too heated in here. Let me cool things down real quick. With a side note that this house Looks like Shane Dawson's old house. If anyone used to like watch Shane Dawson back when he was like making like everything Oreo cakes and like minion cake and like milkshake, and he was microwaving like fetuses or whatever. What was he microwaving? Like toys.
I didn't watch him.
He was like microwaving batteries and stuff. Like if you watched him in that era before he found like really got into his conspiracy stuff, it looks like that house.
That's crazy.
I actually question if it was.
I remember you saying that when we were watching it.
Yeah, I think it might just be from the same part of America, like or LA or whatever.
Fair enough.
I don't know anything about LA. Anyway, there we go. Sexual tension has been cut.
Thank you.
I know I just said that was cutting the sexual tension, but I have to mention this before we skip over it. When he's on exercise bike and he tells him to get off and stuff, he calls him a good boy for like
he does
leaving.
this the entire like
he calls
episode.
him a good boy multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not even like when he does what he says, like even like when he hears something he does that he wants to praise him for, he says, oh, good boy. And I'm just like, what is with the homoerotic? You cannot tell me that there isn't even a slither of sexualness to the creep's killing.
Yeah.
Because why is he he's like, good boy. Like, is it a weird character choice with the priest? Like motif?
Nah. The thing is that so in the book Men, Women and Chainsaws, right, they explore the idea that the slasher is a man who kind of fails to be masculine and therefore uses a phallic object like a knife to like insert himself usually into a woman, right? You use like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 where he kind of like grinds on the final girl a little bit but he can't get off because he's like impotent or whatever. And it kind of carries through here where like basically every slasher you can think of has a thing about sex in some kind of way, right? I think that
goes for most horror.
Either they are completely averse to it, or like they are trying to do it but in a maladaptive way, or they don't realize they are sexual beings yet, if that makes sense. They're like children in a sense.
That's very true, especially the slasher stuff.
Yeah.
But I will say like sex and horror, like multiple genres go together.
Yeah. No, yeah, absolutely.
It's actually crazy. Yeah. And there's many books on sex and horror.
And I'm reading them.
I'm reading them. I'm reading books about sex. I'm reading books about horror.
Well, mostly about sex and horror at the same time, but yeah.
Oh. Yes, anyway, I just had to point out the homoeroticness because this man needs to get laid.
Gay.
He's so gay, but like, is he?
Okay, so he comes back out of the room and he makes like he's attempting to get an interview out of him, right?
Yeah.
This fella, and the guy is just not biting. He's like, "Do you want a drink?" And he's like, "No, I don't want a drink." It's like, "Oh, really? Because I can turn this water into wine." Haha. And you know those like, I'm not religious, right? But I keep seeing these videos of like youth pastors who try and be cool and like down with the kids.
Was that the vibe?
That was the kind of vibe I was getting. Like, he was like, oh, you want to try and, like, get loose and stuff. He, like, plays some, like, loud music and...
It genuinely feels like he's trying to fuck him.
Yeah.
Like, the music, the flirting, like, he even says something where he says, like, again, he's being weird like he always is. He's a creep. But he's like, is it weird sitting with a man who gave up all, what was it?
Earthly desires
of the flesh.
Yeah.
To be married to a man in the sky. Gay marriage.
Gay marriage.
Temptations of the flesh. That's it. You have all temptations of the flesh.
Is he tempted
to be
by
married
this guy?
to a man in the sky? Gay.
Can I say that the actor who plays the conspiracy YouTuber, I thought this at the time is specifically when he's wearing those big glasses and the hat, he looks like a young Uncle Ian from Alvin and the Chipmunks.
You know, I said it was Shane Dawson's house. I can't judge. You know what? We all get to say something silly every now and then.
He just reminded me. He just had that vibe. I don't know.
No, I know what you were saying.
So the creep really wanted to fuck Uncle Ian.
I wanted to. No, I didn't. I can't go there. I won't even joke there. You know, no, I will. I wanted to fuck Uncle Ian. You gonna judge me?
No.
He was like a millionaire.
Oh yeah, until he lost it all to the Chipmunks.
Yeah. Actually, I wouldn't. When he was rich, let's do it.
Pre-Chipmunk era, Uncle Ian.
But for the money.
Oh my god, this episode's gonna be so long. Okay.
It is. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, so as eventually he reveals that Jeremy like starts grilling him. He's like, I'm actually here to expose the church. Yeah. You're gonna pay for your sins. Like, what do you have to say on behalf of the church and all the harm you've done?
And you're on Gotcha.
You're on Gotcha TV.
So he's like a YouTube channel. And then the creep, he changes because he's like, right, this is like, in his head he's like, this isn't working, or the game has changed, right? Yeah. And he's like, I know, I've seen your show. Your best days are behind you. But I can show you something that no one outside the church has seen before.
Yeah.
And he's like, whoa, what's happening? Right?
So he takes him to another room.
Yeah.
Pulls up some files on the computer and shows a video of Peach Fuzz, who you'll know if you watched our episode on the first film.
Yeah.
If you don't know, go watch that episode.
Go watch the episode.
But it's obviously him wearing the peach mask and someone giving him an exorcism. The person's filming him is holding a cross and saying
speaking
stuff.
Spanish.
Which I am questioning. Who was that?
I want to see that tape.
That's the tape I want to see, because who was exercising him? And he's pretending to be freaked out, and then it zooms in on a cross he's wearing, Peach is wearing, and he shows
he's the same cross
that he's wearing. He says, that was me. He's obviously lying, but he says like when he was like a younger or whatever, he had demons, and then he went to Spain or something.
He went to Guatemala because his parents were on a mission.
That was it. Yes, it's lies anyway, so who cares?
Yeah.
But he says that he awoke the next day and the priest was dead, and it was that day forth that he vowed to dedicate his life to the church and be a priest. And he says, "I'm gonna walk in the footsteps of that man." Yeah, and he even took on his last name as his priestly name. And he says, like, "Do you believe it now?" And the conspiracy theorist is like, I believe you. It's just and I believe in God. And he's like, no you don't. Again, just like he is in the first film, just like he was in like the second episode, this energy, or the first episode, sorry, of like, you don't really believe that, you're lying to me, that's not real, that's not your sentiment. And he gets up and goes to the door, and he does that creepy thing again where he likes to say what people would be saying in that horror moment. He says, I bet you're thinking, like, can I make it to the door before him? Am I stronger than him? Again, he does that a lot, which is one of the things I like that they do.
I swear he tries to baptize him at one point too.
We'll get to that next. Okay. And so he tries to get up to run, and then he tackles him. He then takes him to the bathroom, and he says that they're going to have a tubby time, and he's going to... Which again...
He tries to get him naked.
If you watch the first...
He tries to get him naked. Why? He's coming after these men.
Oh, yeah, he tries to get him naked so he can dunk him into the bathroom, have tubby time. Again, if you watch that episode in the first one, you'll know this. Yeah. Like, it's so homoerotic. He also loves breaking nudity boundaries.
Yeah. Almost and personal space boundaries.
Both films and almost every episode, he at some point tries to be shirtless, if not completely naked, with the victims. I do think it's part of his ritual. I think it's something he does to try and break the boundaries to push this person, because it's kind of like the film Speak No Evil, when you were speaking about like it's all about like the power of like not saying no, and how much power you give people over you. And he does speak on this before. He does say like, you know, I put all these red flags out there and the people still go. It's like they want to be killed. Yeah, that's what he does. He breaks these boundaries slowly because he knows he can push them further and further, and if that doesn't work, he offers them more money. Yeah. But I will say our victim,
he takes his shoes and socks off.
He takes his shirt off.
No, he doesn't.
I swear he takes his shirt
off.
No,
he doesn't, because he runs out. He only takes his shoes and socks off.
Well, I can see him shirtless. So in my head, he took the shirt off. But as he's taking his belt off, he flicks it. He
fucking whips
and
it and
whips the creep in the head.
Yeah, and then he runs out. He runs down those stairs that are covered in snow outside.
But the creep is kind of impressed. He's like, that was kind of a good shot. You know, that was kind of smart.
Yeah. And he like runs down. He's in his car.
Yeah.
And he's like trying to lock, and he's trying to leave. He can't leave.
And then the creep is at the front of his car holding some wires, clearly showing that he cut something from his engine. Yeah. And he's like laughing, and then he starts attacking him from every window, jumping and going boo, 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 whatever, until eventually he goes quiet. And the conspiracy theorist thinks, maybe I should try and run for it. So he goes to open the door, and the creep is immediately there, comes in with the axe, and
baps him.
Yeah. Pretty much just like chunks him, blood going everywhere.
Love it.
Lord Jesus. We did actually speak a lot about that film. We had a lot to say.
I can't. Yeah, but most of it was jokes and like sexual tension shit. Fucking hell.
Listen, the creep just does something to me.
I say that I like the main character in this one is the most interesting on paper, right? But I don't think that this. Again, I feel like he's not done justice by how much time he's given.
Yeah. I see that, but again, it's not about them.
No, it's
about
not.
The creep.
The creep tapes are about the creep. I understand that. I just feel like in another universe there is a movie where it's like a conspiracy theorist.
See, I just think you want a third film.
I do.
Because me too.
Yeah.
But like, that's everything I want in the third film.
But maybe there are films about conspiracy theorists who get fucking chunked. I don't know.
Oh, there has to be, surely, right? Isn't that kind of how 28 Days Later starts? I know it's more so Peter than a conspiracy theorist.
I guess.
But really, because they were like, oh, they're animal testing. Okay, we don't said enough about that episode. Let's quickly try and jump to episode 4 and get through this one quicker. This one is entitled Brad. That is our victim of the day.
Brad. The first thing you see from Brad is that he's comforting himself. Yeah. He says, it's just a shake.
Oh, one thing that's cool is the actor who plays Brad is actually the director of Hot Eyes, if anyone has seen that. Yeah, he actually also used to be on like College Humor back in the day, but that's just a fun fact for Halloween.
But he's
fun fact for Halloween.
Fun fact for Halloween. But he's comforting himself. He's like, it's just a day gig. It's just a day gig. All artists have to make money.
It's clear that he's a starving artist.
Yeah, he's not happy about doing this. And then he knocks on the door. Nobody answers.
The door's already open.
Yeah, typical creep shit. So then he walks around the house and there's nobody in the house. But then he sees a connecting door. So he opens that door and it's into a much nicer house that's like next door.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
The first part of the house, these very different energies. Also, the whole place looks incredibly different. It gives far more Mediterranean than it does the usual kind of standard, like...
Yeah, forest, snow, rain.
Yeah, like LA, South American-y styled architecture. This just felt different.
Yeah.
And it was on a mountainous place too. It was like houses on a hillside.
It seemed very sunny.
Yeah, it looked like Bulgaria a little bit. Not gonna lie.
There you go.
It looked like the villas.
So he enters the second part of the house and he hears like ominous music. He turns around like to the side and there is the creep playing piano. And then as he approaches, he's like, where did you find that A chord? And they're talking and it turns out he's playing the music from one of Brad's films that won prizes about 10, 20 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, like 10 years ago.
Yeah. And they're talking about it. He's like, oh, I'm such a big fan of your work. I really liked it. All of the people who came after you, they were just like ripping off your style. He even has a homemade DVD of Brad's film.
And I think that Brad, on his like whatever this was, like Craigslist or whatever, or wherever he was listing his like work as like a day like cinematographer or whatever it was, I think he had a anagram of his name
as the composer. Yeah, because he said, oh, you didn't want all the credit, so you changed the name to like Darby something, and then he rearranges the letters and he's like, that was you, wasn't it? He's like, oh, that's a deep cut, man. Yeah, it was me.
Mind you, this is just more about how the creep does research on his victims.
Yeah, I love that. And he's so like meticulous with it as well. Like, even if he was researching the victim, like figuring out it was an anagram of his name as well was like crazy. So, but the thing is that even though he's praising him over and over again, he's like, he does these things that kind of provoke insecurity in Brad. He says, it's been 20 years. It's hard, isn't it, being an artist? It's hard seeing people came after you, doing better than you. Things like that, right?
Yeah, it's weird. It's like he's trying to rile him up.
Yeah.
Like it's almost as if he is being insulting, but he keeps acting like he's a fan.
Yeah.
Like he keeps saying shit like that, and then he'll go like, no, but sorry if I'm pushing like too much. I'm just such a big fan. And it's like...
And then he says, I'm going to help you. You should come with me and I will show you something, right? Yeah. And so then he takes him to this room.
It's like a bedroom.
And in the room, there's a dead body.
And he immediately throws up.
Yeah.
Brad immediately throws up all over the wall.
Yeah. And he goes, Brad, I'm gonna give you an offer. And I'm gonna wait outside for you. We can go to the police right now, or you can make the best true crime documentary we've ever seen since your first one about me and this dead body.
Yeah. And he leaves the room. He says, think about it. Brad thinks about it. And the fucking idiot goes outside, finds the creep and says, I'm down. I want to do this. Like, how bad? Like, I'm sorry. How bad is your film career? Because I'm sorry. I don't care how bad my career is. I'm not going to fucking...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not thinking about your own safety. This guy obviously killed this guy.
Honestly, that's a great short film right here. And then you just give that to the police after you've submitted to festivals.
This creep who like came after you because he was a fan of your true crime and he killed someone to give you a murder to document.
Yeah.
Already good enough. Get out of there.
Fully. And the creep's actually like re-digging a hole. He's like putting the dirt back saying, oh, then you can film me digging the hole. And then Brad's actually like, no, you need to like, everything has to be authentic. Like, I can't...
Yeah, we can't stage anything like all these new directors. I do things old school.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, you dumb fuck. You know, I already don't like Brad.
I like Brad as a concept for a bigger film like I do with the other main character from the last one. That's what I'm going to say.
I don't think he's a good person.
No, he's not.
Like, there were a few of these people that I feel bad for. He's one of the victims I don't. Because he's one of the very few who were, like, given the objective truth immediately and the chance to leave. Allegedly. Ooh.
He's a bit like Sarah from Creep 2, except if he feels less prepared to, like, out-freak the killer than Sarah was.
Yes.
Cool. The creep tries to, like, he's dragging the body and he gets Brad to fucking help him.
Yeah, he's like, oh, my back. He's like, we're not going to have a documentary if I can't drag this body into the grave.
Yeah.
You're going to have to help me. Here, I've got some gloves so you won't be incriminated.
You're complicit in the fucking thing. Yeah. You don't want to stage it, except you're now in it.
He helps him carry the body over. The creep is being very weird. He's like, well, look for some clues. Like, who do you think did it? Like, I want you to guess. And he guesses, is like, well, was it you? He says, no, that's the wrong answer. But he does it in a menacing way that's sort of implying that if Brad gets the answer wrong...
He's going to kill him.
He's going to kill him. But he says, I'll let you have another chance because, I don't think you've like taken in enough information.
He tries to provoke him again because he splatters dirt on his camera and stuff.
Yeah.
And he keeps pushing. And then Brad tries to leave while like the creep's distracted by something.
Yeah, and he gets in the car.
He reverses, and then he bumps into another dead body.
Yeah, and he gets out, he sees it's a body. Well, it's rolled up in tarp.
Yeah.
Or like a carpet, but his hair sticking out, so he knows what it is. And he picks it up. No, okay, you know what? No, sorry, because this bit irritated me.
Yeah.
He's found this, but he tried to leave because he's realized that this guy's dangerous. He's killed someone.
Yep.
And he might kill me. He's now rolled over this body. Now, sure, he might in his head think that he somehow killed this person, but the person is wrapped up in the carpet and already dead. It's obvious this is just another victim. Why is his instinct not just to get back in the car, finish driving over the body, and leave? Instead, it cuts to him and the creep carrying this second body into the grave.
Then he decides to investigate the dead body because he's trying to play along, but like, oh no, I wasn't trying to escape, ha ha ha. And he finds a locket, and I thought it was going to be the locket from the first movie again. Because they've used that. Yeah. They used that in the second one.
In fact, this one was gold, and I think they did that on purpose so that we wouldn't think it was the same.
Yeah. And inside the locket is a picture of Peach Fuzz.
Oh, were they lovers?
Yeah. The creep does get him to guess again, I think, doesn't
he says like, so he guesses like, oh, they were lovers and they had a spat, and then that one killed this one.
The second guy was obsessed with Peach Fuzz, who is the first guy, and they had a spat and he killed him. And then he's like, no.
Well, he says, is that your final answer? And he says, no. And he says, okay, good, because that would have been incorrect. And then he starts looking around. He says, look for more clues. He starts looking around, but you see him focusing on the gate behind the creep, which the creep then steps in front of.
He knows where he's looking.
And he looks the other way. He looks if he could run off the cliff, etc. And eventually he dashes, but the creep tackles him.
Creep tackles him, knocks him out. He wakes up. He's tied to a chair inside the house again.
In front of the TV.
And the creep shows him a video, essentially, of stitched together footage of all of the security cameras, essentially used to incriminate and frame Brad.
Yeah, it's like a clip of him carrying the body, but only his angle with the creep cut out. It's a clip of him like burying the body.
It's a clip of him dragging the body, except this is the part where the creep hurt his back, and you can hear him go, oh no, get off me. Yeah,
it's when we forgot to say that, but the creep back is so bad he gets him to stand on it at some point, and he starts groaning as if he's been killed. And it also shows the clip of him rolling over the dead body with his car.
Yeah.
And he's like, see, it was you who killed them. That's why you couldn't figure it out. Isn't that the best twist that the story could have had?
The whole movie.
It's fucking ridiculous.
And he's like, well, your filmmaking is really bad nowadays. Like, you've really passed your prime. Like, you're just not talented anymore. Your guesses were so lackluster. Like, your shot choices were bad. But I'm gonna give you a chance to do it again.
At this point, we're right at the end, and he does that thing he does in all the time where he gets into the head of the victim of a classic horror film, and he says, well, what are you going to do now? Like, you know that you probably have about one last chance to try and escape me, or to do something to get out of here alive. Like, what are you going to do? And Brad decides he's going to get up and run towards the bedroom.
Yeah.
He locks himself inside of it.
Because he sees he tries the front door. He checks it only once, because that's the thing that horror movie protagonists always check it like 100 times, right? To make sure they fucking rattle that shit. But no, Brad checks it once. He sees it's locked. He dashes into the door next door, which is the bedroom. And then
which has a lock.
Yeah, he locks that one.
And then the creep comes up. He's like, you're going to lock it? He picks up a shovel, which had been left there.
Yeah.
He walks into on the bathroom, which turns out to be an ensuite to the bedroom. So there's a second door into the bedroom. He goes in, and we just hear a lot of screaming, and he comes out covered in blood.
Yeah, he whacks him with a shovel.
And he's dead. Interesting episode. I think, so we've seen so far, clearly the creep enjoys his killing.
Yeah.
He loves being a murderer. It's a career. It's a passion of his. This series establishes that he loves to play with it. He loves to play these characters and come up with these scenarios. This one took it a step further.
Yeah.
He really wanted to like play with this person's head. Again, it just also just furthers like how complex his killing can be, and how much of it is enjoying the kill and how much is it enjoying the torment.
I will say this second third of season 1 is very much more interesting than the first. I think that the main characters are more interesting. I think that even though the settings are houses, they're used in better ways than the first 2 episodes are.
Yeah. I
enjoyed that they were so different. Like there was so much snow in the episode 3, whereas episode 4 is so sunny.
Yeah.
And I liked that the methods of murderer are also different in each one.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. The last third I'm excited to talk about because that's my favorite third of the thing.
It definitely builds. It's a series that builds.
Yeah, it builds.
But this was fun. All right, that's the end of us.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for watching, first of all. If you would like to watch more of us, you can find us wherever you find your podcasts. We have a main podcast, we do watch parties, and we do little Fright bites like these.
Yeah.
You can find us on Instagram and TikTok.
Like and subscribe.
Socials
below.
Thank you so much. Bye.
We love you. Bye.